Hello, everyone. I'm Leena R. Prabhu, Pradnya strategist, spiritual and mental health coach, Amazon number one best-selling author. I'm also a psychologist. And since the last few years, some abilities have opened up in me, as in communicating with the spirits of the other world, telepathic communication. I'm a certified past life regression therapist. And of late, we've been hearing a lot about Three Eye Atlas, and I was very intrigued by what Three Eye Atlas is. And since it's something that is happening new and it's celestial, I wanted to communicate with it and see what's in there or what it's all about. And I thought on this journey, how about inviting my other colleagues who are also in this field of communication with the other worlds and with the other aliens or extraterrestrial beings or spirits or whatever you want to call them. And there are a lot of them. So I sent a note out inviting anyone who would be interested in communicating with Three Eye Atlas. And, I got a prompt response from Monica Jain. Hi, Monica.
Hi, Lena.
And she said she would like to join me on this journey. Monica, welcome over here. And today we are going to share our experience of connecting with Three Eye Atlas. So, both of us had a kind of a jam session. I mean, together we connected with each other online and then we went into a meditative process. And I will share with you what I experienced and how I communicated with Three Eye Atlas, and Monica will do the same. So, before we do that, Monica, could you please give a brief about yourself?
Sure, I'm Monica Jain. I facilitate healing and transformation through various modalities. So, first being Vedantic Mind Mastery, life coaching, guidance through Oracle, energy healing, channeling, and psychic reading. These are the few things that I have been into of late. I've been a corporate professional for over 25 years earlier, and now this was the shift in my career.
How wonderful. So, both of us are from India. Monica, I think you're from India also, right?
I'm from India, I'm from Delhi.
From Delhi, and I'm from Mumbai. So, like I was saying, that both of us got into a meditative state, and I'll share what I found or what I discovered or what I communicated with Three Eye Atlas. The experience was fabulous. It was something, I mean, it was literally out of the world. I went into a meditative state and I projected my consciousness into the ether, into the other world. And very soon, I kind of saw like a plane, like a plane, and it had some emblem which I couldn't figure out. And I saw my consciousness in front of the door of the plane. It was like the regular plane that we have on Earth. And the door opened, and I was invited to step in. So, my consciousness now, see, I'm in my ether form, I'm in my spirit form at that time, okay? So, my spirit form entered the plane, and I could see the last two rows of the plane, like the proper sitting, like we have in our commercial planes. And as soon as my spirit, my consciousness entered and looked within the plane, everything disappeared. I mean, the chairs, the whatever we have in our normal aeroplane, everything disappeared, and the whole space was open. And from within, it was huge. It was really huge. And initially, I could see the boundaries of Three Eye Atlas, the plane or the machine or the ship. I don't know what I should call it. Initially, I could see the walls of the ship, and then very quickly the walls kind of disappeared, and they became like plasma, or they became transparent, and I could see outside the universe. I could see the universe, and I could see the stars, and it was totally black, like we were in deep space. It was totally black on the outside. I think I saw one star twinkling, and then my attention came back in within the ship, and there was no equipment, there was no machinery. It was like a huge, huge, huge. I don't know how far. I mean, I couldn't make out how deep inside it was. Just empty space. There was no machinery over there. However, now the language might change over here when I say that, I touched around, because I couldn't physically touch around because I was in the spirit form. I could sense some equipment. Like if you went to touch it, then it would appear. The equipment would appear and then it would disappear. So it was like it was visible and then invisible kind of a thing. And I could sense a lot of beings in their spirit form. Nobody was there in their physical form. Yeah. And they one of them was communicating with me. So I'm going to have to read from, I did take down notes after I came back into my physical form. I did write down quickly so that, it stays fresh in my mind. In fact, I had the previous day when Monica and me were deciding to connect the next morning, I already started getting this download from 3i Atlas, and the plasma thing, and the universe being visible. A lot of things I started viewing in in my consciousness. Things started downloading, and the day before, when I was communicating with them, or rather they were downloading things in me, and I asked them, requested them that, can you help me be a better communicator, telepathic communicator. That is what, I would like to learn from you. So at that time, they didn't mention anything, they didn't say anything. But the next day when I was on their ship, I kind of felt, or rather, my spirit form saw a human skeletal form appear in front of me, and that form was also in a plasma state. So I could see everything within that body, and somehow I got the sense that it is my body which is there in front of me. And it was a very eerie kind of a feeling that I'm seeing myself in my spirit form, I'm seeing my plasma body in front of me, and I'm conscious of my physical body, which is in this chair on earth. So I could see or sense all these three things, three beings, or I don't know, I don't even know how to express this. So I'm seeing all three of me, myself at the same time. And then I could see my brain and I could see my spinal cord very well defined. Okay. And I don't know from where these very small, tiny fingers appeared on my spine, and they started, I, I think they were trying to realign my spine in some way. And there were 2 points that they were very particular in realigning, and that is my neck, C5, C6, and the tailbone. And incidentally, these are the two locations where I've had an accident way back when at two different times, and the vertebra has been off its grid, of its alignment in these two places. So I saw these three tiny finger-like things. They were going around my vertebra in these two locations, and they were kind of realigning it or gently kind of trying to uh, I wouldn't say straighten it, but if it is off its place axis, then it was trying to bring it back. And I didn't feel anything. And then after that, I saw my skull in its X-ray form. My skull. They opened it. They opened it, and I saw some in a V shape kind of an instrument going there, and I had the sense that they were clearing my pituitary gland. And you may know that the pituitary gland is the connection with the higher self, the higher dimensions. So this might have been my request that helped me, communicate better in with the other dimensions. So I had a sense that they were cleansing the calcification of the pituitary gland, and that was the physical experience. And then I did have a verbal communication. I mean, there was a two-way verbal. Now I really don't know how to say verbal because it was there was no sound. They were not speaking, and I was not speaking. All of us were in our spirit form, and we could hear each other. So I asked them that what are you doing here? So their response is, I'm going to read over here what I have written. We are just doing a Reiki. So I asked them, like, where have you come from? How far have you come from? So they said we have come from 32 million billion light years away. Now later on, I did check up on Google to see that how far our scientists have, how far have they been able to find out our galaxy. So approximately 94 billion light years away, our scientists have been able to ascertain that there are stars and planets, galaxies, whatever. So this ship has come from 32 million billion light years away. So although the scientists might not recognize that kind of a distance, what I would say is that what we don't know does not mean it does not exist. So it might be existing. And suddenly one of them tells me that I'm so beautiful. And without sounding vain or anything, they were not looking at my physical body because my physical body was back on earth, and they were connecting with my spirit, my soul. So they found my soul beautiful. I asked them, what knowledge have you come to give us? So they said that we just want to give you the message of love, love, love. Just love. Then they said, we don't mean any harm to you. We are peace loving people, and that's how they describe themselves as people. We are in our energy form. We don't have a physical body on this board. I mean, on board 3i Atlas, they don't have their physical bodies there. They are in their energy form. We have left our physical bodies on our planet, which is 32 million billion light years away. And then they said something very astonishing, and you can figure it out how astonished you are or what your feelings are about it. They said to me, why are you people harming your planet? And this made me very sad. This made me very sad that some beings are coming from 32 million billion light years away, and their observation is this, and they're communicating it to me. Why are you people harming your planet? We see so much destruction on your planet. You people have done it to yourself. And then they said, you should be ashamed of yourself. They said, we are far advanced than you, but we cannot teach you how to advance yourself. You have to learn your own lessons. You have to raise your own frequency. Your planet is fast depleting in its energy and its resources. So what has happened? So what I've gathered is that their planet also went through what we are going now, and then they have emerged and they have evolved from it, and now they are in this form, that they are in this form, that they are, taking care of their planet, and they are now far more advanced. So then they projected a face to me, that I could see something, and the face was like a metallic cockroach. It was a face of a metallic cockroach, but it had a metallic body, a steel, I don't know what material, but for want of explaining, kind of a steel body. And they showed me that face so that I could connect with them better. Then they said, we are 100,000 of us on this ship. We keep exchanging ourselves with our people on our planet whenever whenever there is a need for an exchange. Okay. We are 1 trillion beings on our planet, and we are in our energetic form. We are at different levels, spiritual levels or cosmic levels, in our formation. They said our operating systems are just like yours. We have various, like we have various koshas, um, but we are more comfortable and reside more in a bliss kosha. That is the highest kosha, which is the fifth kosha, or the Anandamaya kosha. Our food is derived from the air, ether. We inhale and exhale. We don't need solid food, even in Anandamaya kosha. Even in the physical form, when where their bodies are in the physical form, they don't need much food. Our bodies are self-regulatory. No solid food is necessary. Our atmosphere has enough nutrients for sustaining our bodies. And when we are in our Anandamaya kosha, or in this pure bliss kosha, the spirit form, our bodies don't need any extra nutrients. What the physical body does is, physical body powers down and waits for our energies to re-enter their physical body. So this is what has been my understanding and my learning from communicating with Three Eye Atlas, and it has been a fabulous experience. And I hope you gained some knowledge out of this. Then I came back into my physical form after this communication. And now, Monica, I open the platform for you to share what your learning was when you communicated with Three Eye Atlas.
Thank you, Lena. So, I first thing that I saw that it was a living thing. It was like a spaceship. There was life inside it. Earlier, it looked like a meteor or a piece of rock or something. The pictures that we saw, and I didn't know anything about it. So I just went there, and when I saw, I thought I would be projecting into the consciousness of some sort of rock or some other material from some other planet or somewhere from space. But it turned out that there was life inside it, and it was a spaceship. And what I got was that this was a part of Tripura. So Tripura was bestowed upon by Brahma to these three demons, and they were indestructible, and they were destroyed by Shiva himself. So there were three planets, kind of three globes, which were made of, one was made of gold, one was made of silver, one was made of iron. So this particular atlas is from the iron one. It's a part of that. It's made of the same bones, of the same DNA that Tripura was. And it's beyond the five elements that we know. It's outside that. They usually operate from above the throat chakra only. That is the information that I got. That's what they said. And there is life, and they are here to aid the transformation of humanity. So the message that they have for us is that nothing is indestructible. Even when Brahma gives you Vardhan or a blessing, that it is indestructible, even then it is not indestructible. If you don't get your acts together, everything can be destroyed. So this was a major lesson, and there is a story of transformation after there was destruction from Shiva. That's when they learned their lessons. So we can call them demonic forces, but now they are different beings. So it's about consciousness. That's There's no polarity in pure consciousness. So polarity is how we perceive it. So that's exactly what's the message, that nothing is indestructible and get your acts together. So the message was um, yeah, they will not be sucked by the Earth's gravity field. They'll never come here. They'll stay outside the Earth's gravity field, and they're just here to give us this message that get your acts together. Nothing is indestructible. The world is beautiful outside your area of vision also. Earth is not the only planet through which you can attain salvation, moksha, mukti, or you can merge back with the divine. There are other ways and means of doing it also, but that's outside your area of vision right now. But that doesn't mean that's not possible. And Earth is beautiful, it's a beautiful planet, and you are doing what you're doing and you're not taking care of it. It has its own consciousness, it's a breathing being, and you're not taking care of it. And the only way for you to get out of this mess that you have created is by raising your vibration and your consciousness. Be vigilant, use discernment, don't get swayed at the drop of a hat by the challenges that come your way. Guard your space, mental, emotional, and spiritual. These were the very clear messages that I got from them. And they said that we have learned our lessons, and that's the reason we felt this empathy, or this is a beautiful planet, so we felt that we could help raise your vibration because we've already transcended from this level of consciousness that you are operating from. So the clear-cut messages was guard your space, mental, emotional, and spiritual, raise your vibration and consciousness, and they are here to assist in the transformation of Earth. That was my learning from it, Lena. Yeah.
Wow, wow, wonderful, Monica. I'm so intrigued, and that both of us, we are different people and we communicated at the same time, but we got the same message.
Yes.
We got the same message that these beings are telling us to take care of our planet Earth, and they are horrified at the way we have treated our Earth, and they're giving you the same message as well as myself. And initially I thought that the I felt so much calm and peace when I was communicating with them. Initially I was quite taken aback when they said that you should be ashamed of yourself, because they were such gentle beings, and it sounded very harsh from them that how can you say that you should be ashamed of yourself. But I think we have done this to our planet, to such an extent to our planet, that they are forced to say that we should be ashamed of ourselves.
And
So
also, I think they have gone through this journey themselves, where they have transformed their own selves from one level to another level. So when you see someone suffering through that same pain and you know what the end is going to be, they are here just to assist us. They don't have any other um,
agenda.
vested interest. Yeah, they don't have any vested interest in us otherwise. So they're just here to assist us, to help us.
Did they mention like how they are going to help us? Because to me, they said clearly that you have to raise your own vibrations. Well, I think that's the
Yeah,
message you also got, right?
raise your vibration and consciousness. Be vigilant. So the things that they said very clearly were guard your space, mental, emotional, and spiritual. Be vigilant, use discernment. Don't get swayed by what is being served to you.
Okay. Now you mentioning mental, emotional, and spiritual. So it's just a coincidence that I've been working on these three aspects since the last 30 years. And I coach people also on this methodology. And it's intriguing that you're repeating this message from 3i Atlas, that they also want us to increase our mental, emotional, and spiritual quotient and be vigilant. And what was the other thing?
use discernment, develop your
This,
discernment.
yeah,
Don't be
discernment.
swayed. So you have to stay in your center. So it's not unusual because I'm working in the same space, right? I'm a past life regression therapist also into healing. So what is healing doing? It is just taking you closer to your true self. And that is exactly what was the message, that know your true self beyond the body. Just don't be so identified with the body that you forget everything else, that there's nothing other than the body. That's how we are living on earth right now.
Right, on the third dimension. And it's intriguing that they have, they have managed to keep their bodies on their planet in a powered down situation where the body doesn't need to eat anything. And these beings in their astral form, in their energetic form, they are on some spaceship and they are across 32 million billion light years away, and they are carrying the message of peace and to take care. They're telling us to take care. I mean, what else do we humans need to do?
Absolutely. And also, how they have just come out of compassion. There is no other agenda. And we also projected our consciousness there. We were not there in our physical bodies. So we have also tasted a slice of that. We know that's possible. So more and more people collectively need to do that. It's not about just about the handful of people, but after a certain level of people raise their consciousness and are planning to do things that are beneficial for the whole planet and the universe at large. So then they say there is this Maharishi effect, where when too many such people come together collectively, you can change the consciousness of the whole planet.
Right, right, right.
I think that was the message that they were trying to give. And they have seen the other side of the story also.
And they have emerged from it. So,
Yes. So they
so
know, been there, done that.
So on the whole, this was a fabulous experience, and I'm so grateful to you that you agreed to join me on this journey. You know what? If I had done this alone and shared this experience, I don't know if people would believe me. But there's another person also on screen over here who with me, went on to Three Eye Atlas. So thank you very
Yes.
much for joining me, and I hope we do these jam sessions more and more.
Thank you, Lena, for inviting me for this. Otherwise, I wouldn't have thought about it. Projecting my consciousness into something that's floating in the space. I do channeling, but I would not project into something just like that. So it was a beautiful experience, and the message that they had, and the I would call it the astral surgery, what they did for you, the alignment of the spine and cleaning up your pineal gland. So I think when more people connect to them, they will help people with all of these things, whoever needs what.
Yeah, and I just remembered that when they were doing this surgery or alignment, I in my plasma form, I saw these bubbles coming out of my body and bursting out around outside the plasma body. So I
Hmm.
think you mentioned that they were cleansing my karmic baggage also with these
Yes,
bubbles,
yes,
right?
yes, yes. That's why they
Right.
clear the pineal gland because it gets on all the things from previous lifetimes also. So they were cleaning up that space so that the Kundalini energy could rise through freely. And that's
Right.
where our higher consciousness resides. That's the only place how we transcend.
And the other interesting thing is, so I have this pain around my neck where I was in an accident, and the pain was active when we were communicating with Three Eye Atlas. And I thought
Hmm.
that as soon as we were back, my pain is going to be healed. But that did not happen. The pain continued for quite some time. And then I said, why don't I ask them that what have you done? I thought you'll just snap your fingers and my pain will be gone. But then they
Hmm.
said, we have done the alignment, but yours is a physical body, and a physical body takes its own time to heal itself. So you
Hmm.
allow it to, go through its process of healing.
Hmm.
I'm waiting and I'm waiting to see if, of course, the communication was fabulous. I don't know how much more better the telepathic communication can be. I'm very keen on waiting and seeing how things progress in my life and your life and the life of humanity also.
Thank you, Lena, for holding this space and inviting me to do this.
It's my pleasure, and let us continue doing this. Lots of
Yes,
love.
love
Lots of
to you
love.
too.
Thank you.